in
No,
life.
no.
Everybody wants, we'll meet with sellers that they'll say, well, my home on Zillow is worth 400 grand. I'd like
Right.
$400,000 for my home. I'm like, cool. Like, put yourself in my shoes. What's the business model to turn a profit? Right. And again, my entire pitch, the way that I like to communicate with people is education, to
Yeah.
sit there and go like, hey, let me peel back the curtain. Let me help you understand and really help it see there. That's why, to get back to it, so few real estate agents actually are really, really good, like yourself, Chris. And that's what's opened up for iBuyers.
Right.
Of, and I feel like what's happening in the marketplace with all the technology is that 10% of all the agents
Hmm.
are doing all of the business.
Yeah.
You can see that now with huge, huge teams doing a bunch of volume, putting a bunch of advertising dollars behind it. How many agents have a radio show and are live on YouTube talking about real estate and their properties, right?
This is true. Yeah.
Very, very few. Whenever you're interviewing somebody, I mean, you got to be looking for somebody that puts their money where their mouth is, that has the market knowledge, that's going to be spending a lot of resources and time to be out there and actually get your home sold for sure.
Yeah. And see, here's a fun little caveat. So the person we referenced earlier about, they'll buy your house if they can't sell it. The only reason that person's on the radio is because I opened the door with iHeart when I had my show on iHeart for Real Talk USA.
Really?
Real Estate Guy. Yeah. I was reached. I was approached by a company called Real Estate Radio Network in California. I'm sure, have you ever heard of Craig Suing? Most people have.
That name sounds familiar. Yeah.
American Dream TV now is his big. It's his thing. He's backing. I was on that as well. But with we were Real Estate Radio Network was not in Arizona at all. They were even in the iHeart family at all. So I went and they approached me. I went and talked to them, all that kind of jazz. Went to California. I did like a week worth of training and stuff because I'd never been on the radio. I mean, it's not rocket science, but there's things you have to know how to do and not do and things like that. So we opened the door for iHeart here in the Valley. My show took off in 3 months or so. It was success is a relative term, but it was making move. It was moving, I guess you want to call it. I ended up being on 2 time slots on the weekend. So once they saw that was successful and they could pull it off, then other people started being approached. So I actually still talk to about a handful of them across the country.
Oh, cool.
That once the Phoenix market opened up, because we're a big market, then that opened up down the line. Unfortunately, the company that was backing it, they kind of had some, we'll call it financial struggles. So I bailed because I didn't want to be tangled up in that nonsense or associated with that, where other folks still stayed and had to dip into their pockets and stroke checks in order to stay relevant and on the air. And I wasn't going to do that because that's like, I'm not going to pay you to be on the air.
No.
You're paying me to be on the air. You know what I mean? I didn't pay a thing, and I had partners and stuff on the show, advertisers and things like that. They covered all the sponsorship costs, which rightfully so, as all radio works. But yeah, so that was interesting that there was nothing in the iHeart market at all, and then we opened the door with Real Talk USA, and then away it went. Off air, I'll tell you a little story.